guys, welcome to my class. Today I am talking about the cavity of the larynx, which is very important. The objectives of the today's topic, it includes boundaries of the cavity of the larynx, structure of cavity of the larynx, divisions of cavity of the larynx, and clinical aspects. The cavity of the larynx extends from the laryngeal inlet to the lower border of the cricoid cartilage, and here the boundaries of the cavity of the larynx, anteriorly we can able to see the epiglottis, and posteriorly interarytenoid fold of the mucous membrane, and laterally in either side we can able to see the aryepiglottic fold, and structure of the cavity of the larynx is concerned, it presents two kinds of folds. One is the vestibular fold, is the upper end fold, and lower fold is called as a vocal folds. The vestibular fold is governing the rima vestibuli, and vocal folds guarding the rima glottidis. The space between the vestibular fold presents rima vestibuli, and the space between the vocal folds presents a narrow space, is called as a rima glottidis. And vocal fold is a true vocal cords, it's capable to produce the voice, and whereas the vestibular folds are concerned, it's a non-functioning in voice. When the vestibular fold are closed to each other, they prevent the food and liquid from entering the larynx and airway from lungs. So here these are the important structures we are going to observe, and here this entire space is called as a supraglottidis, and in between the vestibular fold and vocal folds a small space is there, that is called as a sinus of Morgani or ventricles of the larynx. And here the divisions of the cavity of the larynx, three divisions we are going to observe. So above the vestibular folds, this entire area is called as a supraglottic compartment, and below the vestibular vocal folds up to the lower border of the cricoid cartilage, this area is called as a infraglottic compartment. In between the vestibular fold and vocal fold there is a small space is present, that is called as a ventricles of the larynx or sinus of the Morgani. This sinus of Morgani is a small diverticulum that will be passes posterior superiorly towards the thyroid cartilage or lamina of the thyroid cartilage, is called as a sacule. And here these are the very important structures we are going to observe. The quadrangular membrane is thickened to form the vestibular ligament, which is closely associated with the vestibular fold, and whereas the cricovocal membrane is thickened to form the vocal ligaments in either side of the vocal folds, and these folds are very important for its nature of function. And Ranke's edema is a non-muscular part of the vocal cords. Under its surface, it's referred as a Ranke's space. Swelling of this area is called as a Ranke's edema. You can see the normal structure of the vocal cords, and through the laryngoscopy one can examine the pyriform fossa, aryepiglottic membrane, vestibular fold, vocal cords, and here the inflammation of the vocal cords may observe the swelling over the vocal cords is called as a Ranke's edema. It is caused by the accumulation of gelatinous substance in Ranke's space. Inflammation of vocal cords causes changes in vocal vibration due to the overuse of the vocal cords or irritation of the vocal cords, inflammation of the vocal cords, or upper respiratory infection. These are the common causes for the Ranke's edema, and during the swelling of the vocal cords it would be very stiff, thus reducing the vocal fold vibrations, and due to this deformity we can able to see the or hear the different kinds of phonations. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you.